Hello fellow old schoolers. Let's get ready for some more old school magic here. What we're about to see is a last month Doom tournament in Denmark. That's usually an online tournament, but this is just a couple of guys that met up for some real life games because there was some games at a nearby get together between a few playgroups. And what we're about to see here is a game from the Swiss of this tournament, where we have Regin on the left here on that Cobalt playmat, and we have Jens Ole on the right. And Regin usually plays, as far as I know, he usually plays mono red Cobalt deck, just a really spicy brew and very personal to him. But in this tournament he's gone for I think a more common archetype with just a bunch of colors and very good creatures like Curd Apes and Serendipity Freaks and Burn and Counter Magic. We haven't seen much of Regin on this channel, and I haven't played him myself yet, but there'll be time for that later on, I suppose. Jens Ole on the right has been featured on this channel a bunch. I played him in the finals of the Long Island Cup 1.0, and his Smash-Atog deck has been featured on this channel a bunch of times because he's one of my usual training partners here, from the same playgroup as I am. And he has some very nice results with this deck in various tournaments, and so we know that player. And I think in this particular matchup he's on the Smash-Atog. Sometimes he plays more spicy brews, and he's also sometimes plays Depatog, which is the blue-red variant with Atogs and Serendipity Freaks. But just a very, very good player with a strong deck. So Regin starting off here with a Tiger into a Curd Ape and a Green Mux. That's like the perfect start for this kind of deck of his. And I wasn't at the event myself. This one is a bunch of people from our meta group, the Pegasus guys. Okay, oh, what a start here. A couple of Mugs and then a Black Lotus into a Sushi and then a Tuck. Okay, so both players just exploding from the get-go here. So immediately we see this is not like the previous Doom tournament where we only play monocolors. This is like a regular tournament where everything Swedish legal is legal, and there's sideboard options between the games as well. Serendipity Freak hitting the table. It looks like an if-biff, but the revised version of the Serendipity Freak had this misprint. Lotus coming out here. And another Serendipity Freak. Look at this. This is the second round. Both players just, full on pressure here. Black-wise won't help him much, but I suppose he can sacrifice it to the Atog. Okay, so Smash-Atog, being the usual aggressive player as he is, just comes over swinging. The first chance he got here. I think a double block on that Sushi between the two Serendipity Freaks could be worthwhile, and then the Curd Ape into the Atog perhaps. Though, if Regin does this, there is the risk that Jens Ole will just bolt one of the Serendipity Freaks. No, that won't work actually. They both have 4 in toughness. I think a double block on that Sushi with 2 Serendipity Freaks is really safe response here. It will trade one of the Serendips into the Sushi, but he blocks the Atog with the Curd Ape. The Atog eats the Black Wise as it can't really be used, thus becoming a 3/4 creature. He lets the Sushi in. Okay, it is a bit dangerous as the Serendipity Freak will now do damage to him as well. Yeah, and against a burn deck like the Smash-Atog, that might be dangerous, but he might have a plan here. Second Volcanic Island coming out. Okay, and just counter-attacking full steam here. 6 points of damage into the Atog player. So both players thinking that they are the beatdown here, that both players want to just kill the other guy as fast as possible. Okay, second swing with that Atog here. Eating a Mux, eating another Mux, and then Berserking. That's 14 points of damage, plus 6 damage before. That's game. He will even take damage in the upkeep. So Smash-Atog, as is its usual MO just crushing through here at this third round of the game with a bunch of damage here. So that was the first match in this Swiss. Let's go to the second match after sideboard here. I don't know what they'll put in. I imagine that Regin could put in some energy fluxing actually against all the artifacts of the Smash-Atog. The Smash-Atog could put in some red blasts against the Serendipity Befrieds and the blue power that's likely to be there. But we'll see. This is round number 2. And Regin will be on the play again, and that is actually pretty huge because it renders those black wises from the Smash-Atog a lot weaker. Look at this, starting off with a Mox Emerald again. He'll now be down to 5 cards already. Sometimes the Smash-Atog has a black wise though. Sometimes he sideboards those out if he knows that he's not on the play in the next turn, and that is actually a method or a strategy worth considering, I think, when you play black wises like this. But his black wises still has a function here because he can sacrifice them into those Atog, as we saw in the previous game. Forest coming out as the Code Ape, and the Forest provides its +1/+2, so it can block the factory if needs be. So it's a slower start from the Smash-Atog by far here. I don't think we'll see a kill in the third round this time around. And you can't even bolt the ape and then attack with the factory, as he doesn't have the mana for it. Okay, first Atog hitting the table here. He was pretty reluctant to do this. And I mean, it might get bolted, but then he'll just eat the black wise and survive. So I think it's a fair play. Serendipity Befried coming out. Just on 3 mana, but very beautiful. Just getting everything he wants out here. Yeah, and attacking here. I think that makes sense. I think he should have attacked first and then play the Serendipity Befried afterwards. Just a small technicality, because then he might feign a giant growth here. But now the Smash-Atog knows that there can't be any giant growth. He's safe to just sacrifice his black wise and trade with that for the Code Ape. If there were a giant growth, that could be played after the sacrifice, and the Atog and the black wise would die. So yeah, just small technicalities like this. Cracking the Volcanic Island here. Trying to crack the other guy out of both red and blue mana. And passing the turn. Regin kind of needs to take a single point of damage from that Serendipity Befried, but it's so... Oh, Ancestor Recall and another Volcanic Island here. Very nice. Yeah, but those small pings from the Freets and Jins, it's really something that you can forget so easily. Sol Ring coming out. He hasn't made a land drop yet. Okay, coming over with the Serendipity Befried, and it flies. Okay, now he remembers taking the point of damage here from the Serendipity Befried. Then passing the turn. Still no land. Oh yeah, he put down the Volcanic Island, of course. Okay, so Regin is pretty mana fixed at this point, and with the Ancestral Recall on top, it really puts some turbo on that deck of his. And you see both players really aggressive. Attacking each turn whenever able. So here we go, trading punches here, pumping the factory and getting in with the Atog for 4 points of damage overall, and then another point of damage from the Serendipity Befried. So even though Regin is ahead here in card advantage, he takes more damage than his opponent. Here's the Tiger. Now he can bolt and double bolt if he keeps it untapped. Okay, bolting the Atog. That's very brutal here, as there are no artifacts to sacrifice. Oh, and an Azure Drake. Very interesting pick. 2/4 flying creatures. It's pretty defensive and very good against the factories here. And it can't be bolted, so I imagine it's pretty good against the Smash-Atog. It'd be interesting to see if the Smash-Atog has put in some red blasts here. It would help him. And he can only pump his factory into a 3-3 on the attack. So Smash-Atog really pressured here. Time walking, yeah. Okay, playing a Chaos Orb before he takes his second turn. Taking a point of damage from that City of Brass. Should probably Chaos Orb the Acid Rake perhaps. Oh, Ancestral Recall here. Another point of damage from that City of Brass, but he's now catching up in card advantage to Regin here. Strength of blue power. So yeah, I suppose Chaos Orbing the Drake. Yeah, let's see if it hits, and it does. So this is really interesting as it opens up the game again. Now Jens-Ole can attack with his factories and trade better, as he'll do more damage to the other guy than vice versa. Attacking here for 2 and then pumping it for 3 points of damage, and then there's that 4th point of damage from the Serendipity Befried in Regin's upkeep. So the role of the attacker has switched again to Jens-Ole. City of Brass hitting the table here and taking his point of damage, being at 9 points of life on Regin's deck here. 8 points now. Tutor. Okay, very interesting to see what he'll get here. He has already used that Ancestral Recall. Perhaps a Time Walk here, attacking and then Time Walking and attacking again for 6 points of damage. I don't know. Oh, another viable option could just be to regrowth the Ancestral Recall and use it. Pulling ahead again. Could be playing with Mind Twist as well. But he can't play that this round. There's only that City of Brass to get access to the black mana, and it's pretty dangerous to use that City of Brass at the moment. Perhaps we'll just get a strip mine on Ice Storm against one of the factories. I don't know. I think perhaps a regrowth or Time Walk would be what I've done, but I'm not sure. Getting over here, yeah, just keeping the pressure up. Okay, passing the turn here. Interesting. So I wonder, okay, another attack and another pump. So he wants 2 mana up. Oh, lightning bolting him. Oh, nice. I was thinking it. Very, very good. And this is another reason why you attack before you play that lightning bolt, because now he forces Jens-Ole to tap all his mana, doing a point of damage to him from that City of Brass on top of it. So that's why he didn't play his what he tutored for. Good strategy by Regin here. Yeah, but if the other guy hadn't attacked with his factories before lightning bolting, that power sink, oh yeah, he could actually have paid for it then, couldn't he? Otherwise the power sink would have tapped his factories, rendering them passive for that round. So I wonder if he tutored for that power sink or something, or what he chose to get here. Could be a Mind Twist. 2 cards on the hand of Jens-Ole here. Something big. Oh no, there's 5 cards on the hand of Jens-Ole. Okay, yeah, Mind Twisting them all away. I think that was the tutor target. Oh, look at this. Each card could kill him. Regrowth, Berserk, Sonic Blast, and 2 Chain Lightnings. And Regin is down to 4 points of life here. So any one of those cards he Mind Twisted off would have secured the win for Jens-Ole next turn. Wow. What a brutal Mind Twist that was. Soaring. I suppose Jens-Ole can suicide attack now with both factories. One will get in, do 2 points of damage, and the other guy would just slowly die to his Serendipity Befried. He can also just wait for a lightning bolt. Oh, and the factories are keeping the Ifrit back, and if the Ifrit, yeah, each turn they'll just do 1 point of damage to Regin here. So Antoli can actually just sit back. Or he could suicide. I think he should have suicide attacked there. That would have killed him. But he's playing it really safe here, not wanting to get bolted. Okay, that's a Cobalt Lieutenant. It gives other Cobalts +1/+1, I think. I think it's a 1/2. But not what he needed here. Yeah. At least he can block both factories at this point. Passing the turn. Lightning Bolt. No. Going down to 1 point of life here. Oh man. That's the downside of these Serendipity Freaks and Jusamgens. If you don't attack with them each turn, and it's not that Regin plays this wrongly, he can't attack because the counter attack will kill him. But if you don't really attack with those Jins and Ifrits, they'll just slowly kill you. It's such offensive creatures. Unstable Mutation getting down, getting in for 6 points of damage, putting the Smash-Atog down to 2 points of life, but that's it. He can just pass the turn right back, and the Serendipity Freak will kill him. Okay, trying to shake hands, and then remembering, oh yeah, there's Corona, so we better just, bunch of elbows instead. So Smash-Atog took this one 2-0 in this online tournament that with this single game being real life, and I played in the same online tournament with with Composition A actually last month. Got into the quarterfinals, something like that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching this particular game from the Swiss of this tournament, and I'll be back with some more games. They're discussing here the cards that got mind twisted. That was such a brutal mind twist, taking away all his win conditions here. I think that was some of the cards that he put out. Or no, he's switching up. He's switching to his Dippertalk deck now. I think they'll have some games with Antoli's Dippertalk. Okay, anyway, we can keep on watching this, but yeah, I'll be back with some more videos. Bye bye.